all fellow diecasters. Welcome to another insane episode here on Diecast Insanity. Hope you guys caught the haul video there. Kind of explained a few things about what's been going on around with the channel, so don't forget to check that out. Caught some really cool premium Hot Wheels this week, 4 new cars. Go check that out. Something else I thought I'd do right now, kind of give you guys a little showcase of some of the cars in my collection. So I thought I'd do a GM Muscle showcase. So I picked 2 different types. We got 1 Chevy, 2 different types of Pontiacs, and I thought we'd take a look at this. I'd include Camaros, but I have a pretty good sized Camaro collection, so I thought I'd do a separate video with that. But let's get it set up and let's take a look at some GM Muscle. All right, so let's start with Chevy. And we're going to be taking a look at several different years of the Chevelle. So let's start with the oldest year that I have in my collection. And this is the only one of this year I have, as a matter of fact. This is a 64 Chevelle. This is from last year's release, as you can tell. This is the first color of that release. But this is a really beautiful car. I love the 64. My favorite Chevelle is probably a 69 or 70, but this car's pretty cool too. The 64 is a pretty cool year Chevelle as well. Very cool, very sweet car. And I love the tempoing on this car. I think Hot Wheels did a great job with the tempoing on this car. I do have another one of these in the package. I'm toying with doing a wheel swap on and swapping out the gray wheels that are on this car for some really cool wheels and see what that looks like. But I really love the tempoing that Hot Wheels did on this car. It's very cool. Very, very cool. I love having different years of the same make of car because you can kind of line them up and see the progression through the years. The next up and I don't think Hot Wheels has done a 65 or 66 Chevelle, to my knowledge anyways. So the next year would be this one, the 67 Chevelle. This, of course, is the Zamac from this year. I also have the red version of this car, which I haven't opened yet because I got this one first and opened it and stuck it right in the case because I really, really, really wanted the red one and I couldn't find it. And then all of a sudden I found this one and then I found the red one. But very, very cool. I do have the mystery model of this car from this year as well. Oh, my light's flickering over there. Must have a bulb about ready to go out. So very, very cool. And then we go from the 67? Yeah, we go from 67 to 69. And this one, I think this is very cool. This came out of a 10-pack, I believe. But I really love the tempoing on this car. This is probably one of my favorites. As you guys know, there's a premium coming of this car in Cruise Boulevard, the last car culture set for 2019. Very cool. I'm going to have to try and pick that up. It's in a very beautiful, beautiful blue. I may have to try and get that car. But this is probably my favorite. Outside of the Super, I do have the Super of this car from 2017, I believe. The gold one. I have that one. I found that one at Bi-Mart. So I do have the Super of this car. But outside of that, this is probably the coolest one that I have that I love the tempoing on. This flat white with the blue stripes. 396 on the hood. It's a SS badge, the Chevy badge, and a Goodyear badge with the Hot Wheels logo on the outside. So very, very cool. So like I said, that year and the 70s probably my favorite. And speaking of 70, this is the first edition of the 70 Chevelle. This very cool blue. This is a very, very heavy car. This is a metal base, metal body car. This is from 90, what is this from? 97? No. Yeah, from 1997. Very cool car. Can't find this car in a metal base anymore. I don't know how many years they did this car with a metal base. I do have a plastic-based version of this car as well. But this is very, very cool. Of course, they have redone the 70 Chevelle. But very cool car. Very heavy car. Probably really fast on the racetrack as well. Because with this Metal body, metal base. Very cool. Love the coloring on that car as well. And then they also have a convertible version of the 70. I'm not sure, haven't seen it in a while. This has Faster Than Evers on it. It's green with a white interior. Kind of cool to have a hardtop and a convertible of the 70 Chevelle. Very cool car though. Very, very sweet. Kind of a unique green color. Nice little tempoing, kind of a nod to the rally stripes there. But very nice car. This is the only 70 convertible I have. And then, of course, they redid the 70 Camaro for the Hot Wheels Fast and the Furious Premium set, which I also have in this beautiful red. A lot lower than the original one, a lot longer than the original one as well. But really nice car. Very, very cool. We'd love to see. Love to get the 69 in the premium, so I could have a 70 and a 69 in premium with metal base and Real Rider. So that's going to be really, really cool. So those are the Chevys. Let's take a look at another GM product. This is Pontiac, and we're going to start with the 67 GTO convertible, the GOAT. This is from the Garage Series, mainline Garage Series. It was at Walmart last year, I think, is where this particular car came from. Very, very cool. I also have the wagon of the GTO. I think it's a 67 as well. That one's still in the package. That one's from the Redliners series that got canceled right before Car Culture came out. But really cool, really, really neat car. Big car. Those were big GTOs. And then next up, this is also a first edition. This is a 69 GTO, the Judge. Here come the Judge. The only thing I think they missed on this car was putting the Judge on the wing back there. That should have had a thing on the wing that said Judge as well. But really cool. One of my favorite Pontiac GTOs. I love the 69. 70s are okay. I really don't care for the nose as much, but it's still basically the same car with a few tweaks here and there. But very cool. And speaking of the 70, here is the first edition of the 70 GTO Judge. So really sweet in this yellow with the stripes over the thing. If it would be cool if they could do a premium of this and do it for not pop culture but for retro. I'm not sure what they call it. I used to call it retro entertainment. I'm not sure what they call it now. But to do one from the movie Dazed and Confused would be really cool. That was orange like this one, but in a 70 with the stripes over the fenders like this one has. So that'd be kind of cool for Hot Wheels to do, but very, very cool. And they also have a 70 convertible GTO as well. This was from the American series from Walmart as well. So really, really neat car, really sweet. So those are the Pontiac GTOs, and we're gonna stick with the Pontiac. But you guys probably know where this is headed. The only other car you could consider Pontiac muscle is the Pontiac Firebird or Trans Am. So this is the 67. Of course, this is Brandon Vatuski's car from 2017. Really, really sweet. Love this car. This is probably one of my favorite 67 Firebirds. Really cool. Have two of these. Have this one. Have one in the package. That hopefully maybe down the road I can get Brandon to sign if I ever get to the convention or something, or maybe a Hot Wheels Legends tour that he's at or something. And of course, this is the regular 67. This is the first edition 67 Pontiac Firebird. It's got to be from 2001, 2002-ish. Can't quite remember what year it's from. But really, really nice. So that's the 67. Then we jump to, I believe that this is a 70 Firebird. 70 or 70, 69 or 70, can't remember which. This is a first edition in green with the, of course, this is the first car that I have with the fire chicken on the hood. Stop rolling around. So really cool car. Really, really sweet. This is probably one of my favorite. I love flat noses. When it comes to Firebirds and Camaros, I love the flat nose era, the 70, 71s. Very cool cars for some reason. I really identify with the flat nose cars for some reason. Very cool. Then, of course, we're going to go back in time a little bit to 1978, and this is the Hot Bird. So very, very cool. This would be probably a 78, 77 Firebird. Classic Hot Wheel. This one came out in 78. Black walls, black with tan interior, the fire chicken on the hood, and the stripes. Probably one of my all-time favorite Hot Wheels right here. Very cool. Was probably one of the best favorite cars in its day. Probably still one of my favorite Hot Wheels of all time. Very cool. And then, of course, they've redone it here recently. This is the current 77 Trans Am casting. There is a premium of this casting in one of the Car Culture one of the Fast and the Furious sets. Wasn't able to pick that one up. I did get two from that set. I got the Mustang and the Camaro from that set, but I didn't get the Trans Am. But really cool. I do also have Kit, which can be considered I have the first edition of Kit, which can be considered a Trans Am. And then this one here, this is the 80s Hot Bird. This is from 1983. This is the very first edition. Really, really cool. Of course, fire chicken on the hood. Red with tan interior. Very nice car. And then we have the first edition of that car in a metal base. This is from 2011. This is from the Hot Ones series. So I have the first edition and the first edition with the metal base. So it's kind of cool to have those both together. And of course, there is a new version of this car coming out in 2020. So be on the lookout for that. There's a new 80s Trans Am Firebird coming out in the 2020 first edition. So I'm going to have to get that one to go with these two. So really cool, really, really neat cars. Really cool. Some really, really cool GM muscle. So I hope you guys kind of enjoyed this little showcase. This little look at some GM muscle from my collection. I might do this down the road, do a couple of series of these, pick a make like Ford and show you guys some Ford muscle or some GM muscle or some Italian muscle or whatever. So hope you guys have a great week. I'll promise there's videos coming, so we'll try and keep things a little more consistent here. I'm going to kind of take the channel over by myself till Elijah finally shows some more interest back in the channel again. And he can get back into it. Right now he's, 17, 18, got a lot going on, senior in high school, girlfriend, cars, work, focused on all kinds of different things, and this just isn't what he's into right now. So hopefully he'll come back and we'll do some father-son stuff with the Hot Wheels. But for now, I'm just going to take it on myself, and we'll try and give you guys some cool stuff, and try and remember to get back to 3 for Thursdays. Bi-weekly feature cars, do a couple more of some of my favorite episodes to do, like Hot Wheels Therapy and a bunch of other stuff. So I hope you guys have a great week. I hope you have found what you're looking for this week, and I hope you find what you're looking for next week. And remember, leave some on the page for the other collectors in your area. And if you run into a fellow collector, try and make friends, because you never know. Never know what they have that you have, and maybe they've got something that you want, maybe you've got something they want, and you're willing to part with it, and you can further your collection that way. So, have a great week. I'm out. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.